folks. Welcome to another Luthier's Lair. Yes, indeed. This edition is going to be gear-based. Gear, not as in a cogwheel, but as in stuff you use to help out when you're playing your bass, or indeed even your guitar, maybe even applicable in this episode. We're going to review an amp that's around the $100 mark. It's the Boss Katana mini amp. Now, I have basses. It's designed really for guitar, but I have basses, and I'm going to try playing a bass through one. I did receive it as a gift because in the workshop around my workbench I have limited space and I need a smaller amplifier, physical sized, in order to maximise my space. So I'm looking forward to this one. Let's go and take a look at the little blighter, shall we? So here it is, the Boss Katana mini guitar amplifier. Although you could use a bass with it as well. I haven't tried it quite yet. And let's have a quick look at it. The casing is a hard plastic, and it has some like mottling on it that you would see on bigger amps, a little bit of mottling and stuff like that. It has a hard moulded plastic handle. Looks kind of like a car battery, doesn't it? Yeah, because you wouldn't want one of these retractable handles, because there's not enough weight for when you lift it. The handle would not come up because there's no weight to it. There's really not. I'll talk about that in a minute. But okay, let's talk about how this unit is powered first. If we look at the back, we will find that there is a battery compartment there. There's also a DC in, which is center negative, like most Boss products. Maybe use a Roland PSB 1U 9-volt power adapter for this if you want to plug it in. But I think the aim of this amp is ultimate portability. I have to lie that down. What is included in the package, the AC adapter is not included, by the way. You have to buy that separately. But it's 6 alkaline AA batteries that powers it. So what's the battery life on it? Well, with non-rechargeables like this, it's approximately 7 hours. But if you use rechargeable batteries, you according to Boss's specs, you get about 9 hours out of it. So let's run down the actual sound specs, or electronic specs. Input is here, standard 1¼ inch mono jack plug, and the rated output of the amplifier is around about 7 watts. So for in a smallish room, you can easily practice with this amount of power, no problem. That isn't a problem at all. And you might even want to mic it up to a PA system to see how that sounds through a PA system. I would think it would be okay. I haven't listened to the sound yet from it. I'm doing this review dry, as it were. The input impedance is around 1 megohm, which is ideal for musical instruments. And on the back, it does have an auxiliary input here, which is like 20 kilo ohms, which is good for your Android or your iPhone or any other little MP3 device that you have that you can plug in and jam along to. That's fantastic too. It also has a headphones output, which simulates apparently a cabinet voiced amplifier sound. So you'll get the same sound out of a cab, apparently, when you plug in your headphones, which is fantastic to me, if it indeed does do that. Let's go on to the main speaker. Here now you can see the unit is very small. I've got smallish hands, and you can see my hand almost covers the front of it. The speaker in here is a 4-inch single speaker in there. Let's have a look now at the controls. Okay, so we'll go and get closer. We'll have a look at the controls. Okay, there's a gain control here and a volume control. So the gain is the actual output of the amp, and then the control and the volume of the gain is produced from the input. Just like standard amplification, you know, any standard combo amplifier will have that, and indeed any amp head. There is an interesting little switch here that you choose the type of gain that has 3 modes. You've got a clear mode, you have what they call a crunch mode, which apparently gives some sort of distortion type effect, which is cool as well, and a brown mode, which I'm not quite sure what that is. I will look that up though. So let's put it back to clear here. You have your regular 3-band equalization on here, bass, middle and treble, and also an interesting feature of this amp, it has a little nice delay unit built into it. So it has time there, which is the time for each delay to repeat, and the level of delay that you're going to get, the repeatability of the delay. So if you have it like low, it'll just go bam bam. If you have it maybe up here, it'll go bam 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 bam, echo 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 echo, you know. So yeah, that is pretty comprehensive for this amplifier. I'm going to run down at the end. I'll run down the price after trying it out, and we'll see if it's worth it or not. But for me, you know, having a bass a bench amp this size is ideal for me because it saves on space in the workshop, and that's basically why I was given this for a gift for Christmas. Yes, indeed. I love the logo as well, the Katana logo on it. It's very smart. Really nice stuff. So that's the audio part of it. Let's go into its dimensions now, and we'll be right back with that. Yes. So let's describe the dimensions and weight of this unit. Its width here is about 230 millimeters, which is 9 1/16 of an inch. So less than a foot long, and you know, nicely profiled as well. The depth here is around about 116 millimeters, or 4 5/8 of an inch, so just under 5 inches deep, and the height is about 181 millimeters, which is 7 1/8 of an inch. As you can see, it's small, light, and this is designed completely with portability in mind, because the weight of the unit itself, I mean, it's very light. It doesn't even feel as heavy as it specifies. It specifies with batteries in it that the overall weight is 1.2 kilograms, which is 2 pounds and 11 ounces. So it's under 3 pounds in weight. Very light. Very light indeed. Has nice rubber feet on it and everything. Doesn't skip about at all. And with its battery life of 7 hours on non-rechargeables and 9 hours on rechargeables, you get, to my thinking, an ultimate portability. I mean, you could play this with, you have 6 rechargeables on hand and 6 in the unit, and play for 18 hours straight, basically, if you wanted. That's crazy. That's crazy. So I'm guessing its consumptions must be around about 300 milliamps or something. No, let me have a look. It is 350 milliamp consumption. So that's fantastic to me. Like I say, with the plastic handle and everything, and you shall have music wherever you go. And it's, I think, probably better than the little plug-in amplifiers that you can get that just plug into your jack socket and use headphones. You don't need to use headphones with this, it has a nice output and everything. And we are going to have a little play at it to see how it actually sounds. But yeah, superb little unit so far. And let's get her set up on the bench where it's going to go. And I'll have a quick look at that. Hey, this is where it's going to be set up on the bench. As you can see, it takes up a lot less room, if you've been watching my videos, than the Ibanez 10 watt practice amp that I have. Much less room. So that's a win for me to start with. Batteries, I have the batteries in it right now because I'm waiting on the appropriate power supply to be delivered. This time of year takes a little while, so that should be in within the next couple of days. And I'm going to be usually using it for, you know, being plugged in. But if I want to take this out on the patio or something when it's a nice day and just play along, that would be fine too. I just stick the batteries in it and bring it out. So that's where it's going to sit. I have my tuner and metronome here, sound analyzer, stuff like that, and my setup tray there I'll put to this side. This gives me room to put kit boxes up here, stuff like that. So everything's readily accessible. It's taken up no room at all really. Put that forward even, about there is fine. And good to go. So all that remains is for me to plug it in and have a bash at it. Just before I do that, this unit that I have cost $99.99, about $100. So is it worth that money? Because there are other options out there in that range that produce a little more power, but do they sound as good? Well, I really don't know. I don't know if it sounds as good as my Ibanez, which was about $80, $85, but it's nowhere near as portable as this. And having the battery option is fantastic for portability. So yeah, is it worth $99, $100? For a guitar? Probably, I don't know. But I'm using this for basses. And I'm not too concerned about the quality of the sound rather than the, well, it's more of a, well, I am concerned about the quality of the sound, but it's more about setting up basses and trying out basses for the first time to get an idea of where I'm at. So is this any good for that? Let's go and find out. Okay, let's go and try this out. I have my own Gatsby Scarab Series 1 here, and it has nice chunky Seymour Duncan music in style double humbuckers in there, so it's all connected up. Let's switch the amp on. Let's put the gain and the volume to the middle there. Wow, it's very, very quiet. So let's see. That's impressive. I'm really impressed with that sound. Put the gain up a little bit and the volume up. Wow, yeah, that's adequate for what I need. Let's put these pickups both into series mode. Should be chunkier. Yeah, very good. Harmonics, very good on it. So let's figure out what this crunch is in brown. So I'm going to set it to the crunch setting. Oh, I'll get higher output. It's sort of distorted slightly. And brown, which is, oh yeah, this is going to be fuzz. cool. Let's put the delay on. Let's put this up a bit there, the level. Let's put the time way up. Got you. So that's how that works. Time down, level up. Well, that's a good first test of this amp. Let me just make sure we're in tune here. Let's take the delay off. And we're tuning. Good there. Good there. Good there. That overlaid. No, that's good. So we're in tune. So let's play a couple of really simple tunes to see if we can get a feel for how it sounds when we're playing. Wearing a nice Fender t-shirt here, yes, so good harmonic response. Fingerstyle very good. I'm really impressed with the sound quality from this amp. There's no noise at all coming from the amp itself. Of course, this is one of my basses that I make. It's heavily shielded, everything's very well grounded in it. I'm really impressed with this little amplifier, and for the purposes that I'm going to be using it for, it will serve to actually demo some basses. And this is, you know, I might even try a guitar through it later on just to see, but for bass and for setup and for getting initial impressions, it's perfect. The size is good for me, for the shop. Everything's just, I really like it, and I would highly recommend this. $100, maybe a little expensive, but for what you get, I think it's well worth it. You've got ultimate portability, you've got a superb sound, you have a little delay circuit in there, it's nice, and you have a couple of effects on there as well, so there's not much more you can ask for that amount of money, and you're getting a good make, a good manufacturer. So yeah, highly recommended. Great little amplifier, brilliant. Well, that's it for this edition of Luthier's Lair. Hope you enjoyed it. I certainly did. I was quite amazed actually at the Boss Katana mini amp. Very nice. Ultimate in portability, nice clear crisp sound, no extraneous noise. There is an actual grounding port on the back that you can do grounding with, but it doesn't need it. It's I have a lot of tools in the workshop here, some of which are on, some are not. There's a lot of RF going around, and it's the ideal place to test something for RF noise, really, is the workshop, and there's nothing. It's, like I said, $100. I think it's well worth it. I really do. There are other options out there, but this one's the smallest, most compact, and most portable. I think it's a really quite a good deal, and ideal for my workshop. So, brilliant. You know, if you enjoyed this video, you might want to consider subscribing to the channel if you haven't already. Give me a thumbs up, helps me out a lot, and again, as usual,
Space Squad in color.
See that? See what I did there? Yeah. Stay safe, be good, and I'll catch you next time. Thanks for watching, folks. Bye-bye.